Hey all, welcome back to my channel. As you can hear, my voice is a little rusty. I'm feeling a little bit sick and I have my magic tea here, which I'll tell you all about this in a little bit. But this video is for, we're getting into this time of the year that a lot of us are getting sick or starting to feel a little bit under the weather, and I felt importance to come and share this video with you all because I feel like so many of us, when we get sick, what we're trying to do, and I think it's like a natural process of humans, when we get sick, we're trying to get it out of ourselves or fix it or act towards our sickness in a way of like, you're not like that. The message behind it is you're not good, like I want you out of here, which makes total sense. I was the same way my entire life. And it's actually really interesting for me to notice right now the way I'm like operating with this like sickness, because I haven't been sick in over 2 years. And this is the first time that I've been sick in a very long time. And I've noticed like a few differences with the way that I'm now compared to the way that I used to be. So the way that I used to be, every time I got sick, and I'm talking even when I was on a journey of fitness and nutrition, because a lot of you don't know, I used to be a fitness and nutrition coach, and I started my healthy lifestyle journey back in 2014. So it's been about 10 years since I've been on this health, but there was a lot of layers throughout the journey and a lot of things throughout the journey. And like one thing that I used to do when I would get sick is I would like load myself on vitamins and like alternatives and like all kinds of natural medicines and remedies and all that kind of stuff. But the energy behind it was from a place of scarcity. The energy behind it was from a place of fear. The energy behind it was from a place of, I need this out of my system. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and I'm gonna show you, sickness, that you're gonna be out of here, which I did and actually worked. But what I've been realizing too in this journey, especially deepening my journey in the past 2 years, and strengthening my relationship with my body on a very, very deep levels, is that I really want to make sure that if my body is bringing something up to the surface, whether if it's flu, whether if it's COVID, whether if it's other sickness, whether it's a disease, whether if it's any kind of disease, any kind of injury, anything, there is a message behind it. And I talk a lot about it a lot on my videos, because this is literally everything that I talk about, because that's the kind of work I do with my clients. But it's really like, okay, my body's bringing something to the surface. What is it that it brings up, and what is it that I'm actually, what I can actually learn from it? And instead of like me against my body, instead of being in that energy, is me against my body, is like me teaming up with my body and telling my body, okay, I see that you're trying to tell me something. What is it that you're trying to tell me? And then be curious. So a few things I've learned from this sickness in the past 3 days. Number one is I really noticed when I wanted to load up on magic tea from a place of scarcity, from a place of me trying to push it away. And thankfully, I was really aware of it. And every time I was noticing that I was aware of it, I was like shifting it. Like, no, I'm not trying to fix it or move it away from me, but I'm doing it from a place of love and care for my body. When I eat a warm, comforting soup, I'm doing it from a place of love and respect from my body, not because I'm trying to get this thing out of here. So really noticing if like the energy behind my actions, the energy behind me taking care of my body. And it's really important. And take this, what I said right now, into every area of your life. If you're someone who's especially working out and eating healthy, that's a huge area where I always say, like, what is the energy that you come with when you work out and eating healthy? Do you work out and eat healthy because you're afraid of gaining weight, because you're afraid of getting sick, because you're afraid of picking up of your genetic diabetes in your family? Do you do it from that place? Or do you work out and eat healthy because you love yourself, because you honor yourself, because you respect yourself, because you know you deserve it, because your body, you know you have this vessel in this lifetime and you want to take care of it? And I really want you to sit with this question. If you're someone who's working out and eating healthy, what's the energy that you come with? Because that's something that I've done for many years when I used to work out and eat healthy. And the energy behind it was very toxic, even though I was eating really healthy, like very clean ingredients, working out. And of course, there was a lot of different times and sects on my journey in the past 10 years. But that was the first thing that I noticed. The second thing that really came up to me is like the first moment that I had the symptoms. It was like a very different experience than usual, because I was like it's almost like I was telling my body, because I was supposed to go to a workshop, and it was supposed to be like a 3 months long workshop that was like very intense, very demanding, a lot of things. And also me and my partner Josh were getting married in like 5 months, in April. So, and then also I've been feeling like tired. I've been feeling there's so much that happened in my life in the past 3 months that I just needed time to integrate. But I told my body before the workshop, which was Friday, I told my body, I trust you. You'll tell me what I need to do. You'll tell me if I need to go or not. And I was gonna go until 2 hours before the time I was supposed to be at the workshop. 2 hours before, on Friday, I started having symptoms. I started having like a scratchy throat. And so to me, the first thing I was like really kind of like tracking was like, okay, this is my body is telling me what it needs right now. And it's also because I was asking my body to tell me. I was asking my body, show me what you need, right? Because I felt like this specific thing was very conflicting for me, because on one hand I really wanted to do this workshop because I wanted to be with my cohort, and I will do this workshop just later after our wedding. But there was, on one hand, I really wanted to do it, and it's also because there's a lot of growth that is coming with this workshop. It's called ALA, Ascension Leadership Academy. It's here in Austin, and there's people that are coming from all over the world. It's been absolutely amazing. I did level 1, level 2, and level 3 is when it happened. By the way, I'm gonna put the link for this in the description so you can look at it if you feel curious, but it's been absolutely transformative for me. And so like there was this part of me that really wanted to do it, but there was also this part of me that like one huge pattern I have that I've had in the past that I'm like literally been recovering from in the past year, that I've really been working on, is like this doing mode. Oh my gosh. And this doing mode is unhealthy. And what I've been practicing in the past year is to like just practice being and feeling enough in the being, just like literally doing nothing a lot of times. Of course, not every day, all day, but that's something I've been practicing. And I had this conflict on Friday. Do I have like resistance because like my rackets are coming up? They talk about it in ALA. Like, do I have resistance because my victim, because I wanna like make it comfortable, or is it because I actually need rest? Like my body actually need rest, and I actually have the wedding coming up and a lot of things in the next few months that I really have to prepare for. And I was in this place where I'm not like having a hard time to follow my intuition. And I was asking my body, can you show me what you need? And then 2 hours before I started having the symptoms. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm not, So with that, there was some kind of like feeling of like a bummer, because I really wanted to be with like the people that I started this journey with, but also like a sense of relief and surrender, like really surrendering and knowing that this is not the right timing, and like really trusting the process. And if there's anything that I really feel like I'm fully embodying is trusting trusting whatever is coming up, like trusting that the universe is, everything that happens to me is actually happening for me, and it's exactly what needs to happen. So with this sickness that happened, there was like a lot of sense of like surrendering and letting my body like go through what it needs to go through, and trusting that this is exactly what needs to happen for whatever reason, right? And so I just wanted to share that, and maybe invite you to also ask yourself, when something happens in your life that is not, it doesn't seem like the most pleasant thing in the moment, whether if you're getting sick, or whether if plans that you had that were very excited didn't go as planned and something else happened and it changed, like really trusting the process and trusting that everything happens for you. It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you, and there's a reason why it happened. And for me, like, I know I'm gonna do level 3 probably after the wedding, and like there's no doubt I'm gonna do it, but it's just not the right time right now, because the wedding, because I feel like I have to integrate, because I need to rest, because whatever the reason is. And so like there's like a really deep sense of feeling of trusting the moment and trusting whatever is coming up. So I really want to invite you to look at the things that are coming up in your life, to maybe ask, like, what is actually positive for me about this experience that I'm going through? What can I actually learn from this experience that is very unpleasant, but what can I actually learn from this experience? What is a growth material that is being handed to me in this experience? This is going to be the most powerful thing in your life. If you are going to see life this way, and you're gonna like treat every single thing bad, I'm doing air quote, everything that is like unpleasant in your life, you're gonna treat it this way, your life is literally going to seem very different. You're gonna have totally different experiences in your life. And it's practice. It's not something that happens overnight. You just practice it. If you're going through something challenging right now, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Like, try to look at the situation from a different perspective and see what is actually for me in the situation. So let me know in the comments what you found out. And by the way, if you're watching, please like this video so it'll send signals to the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. It would really help me a lot. Also, I wanted to tell you about the magic tea. If you're feeling under the weather, if you're feeling sick, if you're this magic tea, I always do this. Let me get this back here. I always do this when I get sick. As you can see, it's a little yellow. So I'll tell you, I kind of drank some of it, but I'll tell you what it's about. So first of all, I put a tea. You can either do a throat comfort tea by Yogi. This one is actually stomach ease, because I also have like stomach ache. I've have it less now, but also, or you can do like dried sage, boil it in water, and then those water are going to be the tea. That's really good for this too. So this is the tea, and then you're going to take one thing of garlic clove, and you chop it really thin. You put it in there, and then you put about the same size of fresh ginger. You chop it really small and you put it in there, and then you are putting honey, turmeric, and black pepper, and then I added a little bit of like almond and coconut milk, and that's what makes it like more like yellow. It's not like so see-through because of the milk. And I know it sounds weird because it has like turmeric, black pepper, garlic, ginger, but it actually tastes pretty good. And what I like to do is I take the pieces, I don't know if you can see it, the pieces of the garlic and the ginger, and I swallow it. Don't chew it. It's gonna be disgusting. I swallow it. And when I usually starting to like get sick, when I'm like noticing that I'm starting to get sick, I will load up on like those magic teas. Like I'll do one and then I'll do another one. And a lot of times when I started to feel like I have sickness in the past 2 years and I did this, it was gone. it didn't even happen. But another thing that I do that helps me is like olive leaf capsules. I do NAC twice a day. I do vitamin D, vitamin C, of course, zinc, and yeah, so like a lot different types. Oh, sometimes I also do grapefruit seed extract. So I either take the capsules. It's like basically like natural antibiotics. So I don't take any over-the-counter ibuprofen, Tylenol. I don't touch these types of stuff. I also don't take any antibiotics like that are not natural, unless I really have to. Like it, really rare if I have something going on. But yeah, this is like the natural remedies that I'm using, and I know also there's a lot of homeopathy for different symptoms. I go to Whole Foods and I look, they have this homeopathy area. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, just go to Whole Foods and ask them, and they'll tell you where it's at, and then you can look. They have like a ton, and each one has like for different things. So it can be like coughing, or it could be like cramps, right? So it can be all kinds of different things that it's like related to. So that's kind of been my routine. I load up on vegetable soup that I put like a bunch of vegetables with garlic and ginger. So yeah, those are kind of like the ways. If you have any other natural remedies and natural ideas, please put it in the comments. I would love to hear what you're doing that really helps you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a healthy, strong winter. Love you all.